Well, hey, it's Crystal from the Angels and Beyond. How are you doing? Oh, God. My morning hair is not as... It's a little wild today. My wild mane. So, how's it going? It is Monday. We made it through another weekend. Yeah, we're like sailing through February. Again, time seems to just be moving right along. And yeah. Interesting. Okay. Bears might be significant. Wolves, moose, and ducks. I did see, one day I was driving and I saw some ducks flying. And like, I don't generally see ducks, flying overhead. I see lots of crows and magpies and, other smaller flocks of birds. But I generally don't see ducks. So then I'm thinking, like, getting your ducks in a row. So here we go. You have ducks again. So coming back to that, getting your ducks in a row, having your ducks in a row is going to help you move forward into this next leg of your journey. And then I was channeled a song, Silence by Marshmello. And the lyrics that really stood out. I've been quiet for too long. Can't tell me there's no point in trying. I'm at one. I've been silent for too long. So, how do we unpack that? How do we unpack that, Spirit? I've been silent for too long. So there's something that has been on your heart for so long that you've kept quiet. Don't pursue your goals. Don't try this because you're not going to succeed. What kind of hobby is that? All that kind of bullshit. And when you've got a lot of naysayers, yeah, you tend to just really be quiet and silent because you don't want to hear all that negative talk, right? You talk yourself and move yourself out of your own path to your goals because of possibly other people talking shit. Okay. Number 9, power. So we're ending a cycle where you had to feel, or you had to be silent, or you felt like you had to be silent. You have remembered that you have this power within you. And see the power of, so it's volcanoes. So again, not sometimes, when the volcano erupts, sometimes it doesn't have, it's been sitting dormant for a long time. So those emotions have been sitting dormant for a long fucking time. There might have been threats, it might have risen to the surface or bubbled up, or there might have been a little bit of activity in terms of some of those emotions and shit, right? So it's been dormant for quite some time. And now it's like something woke you up to your own power, woke you up to your own greatness. I also see, the card underneath that is light, sun, which is a 6, and I see 69. So a balance, yin yang. You finally balanced your masculine and feminine aspects, the yin yang aspects of you, because there is both within you. And instead of just being dormant and being a doormat, your power, you've again remembered your power. And so you may erupt, or there may be a moment where you erupt. And all that shit that you've been holding in just has to come out. And, it may burn some people. It may burn some things down. But it's also creating new land. It's also creating this landmass. You're creating something, so you can use this energy to create, or it can destroy, or it could be both. You could be destructive and then you're creating something in the process. As things are being destroyed, you're also creating something in the process. That's how like these tower moments work, right? Generally something will come in to shake up your world, to, you know, shake the foundation, crumble your foundation possibly, because it might not have been, it wasn't strong to begin with. So something will come in and shake that up. And yes, in the moment, it is destructive. It looks destructive. It looks like, holy fuck, why is this happening? Why is this happening? But when you're out of that and you're creating something new, because now you've moved yourself from, like, the tower moment has helped you to remove certain things that weren't meant for you. And so now you're able to create something different. You're creating, oh my gosh. On the sun card here, it also looks like lava. And how hot is the sun, right? So it's like that fire energy just really seeping in. It's also connecting, like it's going into Mother Earth, yellow, solar plexus. And it's taken a lot. That's like your confidence. And so you've sat in silence for a long time. And now the light has shone and you're now reclaiming your power. You're reclaiming your divinity and the light that you possessed all a fucking long. You've always been this powerful force, but for so long people have doubted you and put all their own insecurities and all that shit onto you, to the point where maybe you did retreat and you were quiet and you just kept silent. But now there's parts of you that have been dormant that are now getting ready to erupt. And what might come out of it, if you're not, I mean, just so you're aware what might come out of this eruption, because it's been dormant for so long, right? There's a lot built up. So again, there might be this like destructive phase for a moment, but it's to destroy things that weren't even meant for you, right? It wasn't even meant for you. But underneath that, beyond that, even like in the forest, when there's like a brush fire and it burns off the old, so then new growth can happen. New growth can come from that. So that's what's happening, is you're creating something new. So you can either create something new with it, or you can just allow it to you can either get caught up in the destructive phase, or you can see, okay, like this destruction is necessary for the next part of my journey, for me to be able to continue on and to create something new. Okay. Because you're wanting, ooh, beautiful. You're wanting to create, number 11, comfort hearth. You're wanting to create a home. You're wanting to create a community, a life where you've got a baby here, which reminds me of like inner child, this innocence, this purity. And then you've got a dog, which is loyal. And then you've got magic, and you've also got fire. So we're talking about the sun as well as volcanoes. So again, you're being warmed. So you've gone through this phase where it's like destruction. And then you're in awe because you're like, holy shit, that's the power. That's the power that it possesses. That's the power that I possess within me. I can make shit happen because I was the one that had to trigger it and initiate these things to happen. It's not just, yeah, like you're powerful, okay? You are powerful. It says power right on here. And it's within her. She's within the freaking volcano. So you've seen how you can destroy and create at the same time. So what you're wanting to create, because again, you might have had times in your life where it's just been destructive, where it's just been, let's destroy everything around me. But now you're a little bit more strategic as you have, grown and you become a little bit more wise just by living, right? Like, you don't have to be 80 to be very wise. You can be 15 and have a lot of wisdom because you are tapped in and you're tuned into the divine. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be old. You can be an old soul as well, right? I know my kids are very old souls. So I learn from them too. I learn from my children. I'm not this person that just, I'm not closed off to learning things and being wrong. Like, I can be wrong. There's a lot of times I am wrong. And so I'm okay to admit that. And so there may have been times where, yeah, you may have gone off and you've been very destructive. But now that you're, seeing, now that you're seeing life from a different perspective, you want the warmth, you want the home, you want the loyalty, you want the comfort, because that looked really cozy. Like sitting by the fireplace, that looked very fucking cozy. So it's time to stop being silent about your desires and dreams and wishes and goals. Because when you're silent, it fucking kills you a little bit at a time. Like every day, it like kills a little part of you at a time. And so when you find that inner child and reconnect with your inner child and really get that spark going again, which again, it just takes a spark to create this one little flame can create a big fucking mess. Or it can create this beautiful, and let me go freaking take it up off the ground. 1 sec. Oh my. Okay, this is it. So it looks so comfortable. So it takes a flame, 1313, mirroring. It takes a flame to start the fire. It takes a little spark to start the fire. And it's whether it's contained or allowed to, run rampant. Can you contain that fire and use it in a constructive way? Or are you going to allow yourself to get lost and just destroy everything around you? And, some things call for a complete destruction of your life. It really does. And it just depends on where you're at in life and what your journey is and what you're guided to do. Because again, you're needing to follow your own internal guidance, your own intuitive nudges. You will have been shown little things along the way, as long as you're picking it up, right? And so maybe you have been collecting those little nuggets along the way. And you have moved in silence. And now it's time for the world to fucking know who you are. It's time for you to step into this space where you are comfortable, where you are nurtured, where you're surrounded by magic as well. home, earth. What about that? Ooh, okay, sorry. So earth. So when you see how much green is on this, so you're going through, you might be at this point where you're like, fuck everything. Screw it all. Screw you, and you. I'm going to burn my fucking life down. But from that, I know without a shadow of a doubt that what is going to come from this is going to be amazing, is going to be green and lush and vibrant, and the soil and the land that that's now been created is fertile and ripe to now plant those seeds. Because you may have planted seeds for your old life. Again, we nurture things. We think that this is what's supposed to happen. And we end up realizing, like, shit, I planted, so-and-so's tree instead of my own. I planted a tree that I don't fucking know, like Joe Schmo would have rathered instead of something that I wanted. And so you come to terms with the fact that maybe you did plant and you did create a life that you thought you wanted, but now you're like, do I? So coming home to yourself, maybe being in this destructive phase, again, harnessing your own power, clearing the way for the new, ending an old cycle so that you can create something new or step into something new. On here, again, it's so lush, it's so green. She also has a whole bunch of fruits. It may not happen overnight, because to get to that point where you did erupt, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. So trust the process. Trust yourself. Spirit is leading you every step of the way. Gaia, Mother Earth, wants to also nurture you, wrap you in her love, comfort you, show you it's okay. It is a cycle. It is cyclical. Even Mother Earth, like when, all those trees, when the leaves fall for the, in the fall, when the leaves drop, and in the summertime or in the springtime, when they start growing again and budding, and like, it's all a part of a cycle, which is nature. So don't stay silent anymore. Allow yourself to be nurtured by Mother Earth. Allow her to show you how to use this force to be creative, to create something new. Because you can have abundance. You can have all of this. You can. You're worthy of it. Be warmed by the sun, and your light keeps shining. And I hope you have a fantastic day, evening, whenever time you're watching this. Until next time, many blessings. Take care. Love you. Mwah.